Good afternoon. My name is Ian 2 Anderson, and I am the Funeral Honors Coordinator here at NOS Bessemer, Alabama. And today we will be continuing on how to properly submit a Funeral Honors local voucher for DTS mileage pay. So, in the last video, we were looking at how we actually input everything together. And now what we want to do is, we want to make sure we have everything processed correctly. And here we go. So we actually will have two vouchers per this, or two taskers per this voucher. First one here is on the 9th, and as you see, we got leg 1, leg 2, and then we have the 14th with leg 1 and leg 2. As y'all know, you cannot claim DTS mileage as per RCC Southeast. Um, and here this it says 34 miles. We are just ignoring that, just because we are not actually filing this. This is just for all intents and purposes of making sure y'all understand how this works. So once everything's actually inputted, what we need to do is move over here to File, come down to Save As. Where I'm going to save mine as a voucher, name, and you need to come down here to PDF and click Save. Give it a second, and it's going to go ahead and process everything. I have it set here to the desktop. Um, you can choose whatever location you want, but me personally, putting it on the desktop makes it the easiest. And here we are. So now the voucher is right here. As you can see, I got the first service, leg 1, leg 2, second service, leg 1, and leg 2. Alright, so now that we've got this, I'm going to minimize it. I don't need this anymore, so don't worry about that. So I'm actually going to snap this side and snap that side. We're going to come up here to trips now. Or actually, belay my last. We are going to come here to create new document. Down here to local voucher. What you need to do is select the oldest service that you have. And for us, it's going to be August the 9th. So we're going to come up here, August and the 9th. Do not put anything in reference, and no, you are not attending a conference or event. Alrighty, so what we're going to want to do is first navigate over here to add expense. Click this, mileage expenses, private auto, local area. Alrighty, so under purpose, because there is no name, I'm going to be putting John Doe 1. But before we do that, we need to make sure we have the correct information. So we're going to do FHD, which is a requirement, Doe, comma, John. And say if this was a Saturday, you would put not my DWE in parentheses. But since it's a Friday, we don't have to worry about that. But that is critical because your voucher will immediately be sent back if it is incorrect. So this will be your residence. You do not select either of these. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put my NOSC's address and just click enter. Now what you're going to need to do is come down here and you're going to use the actual address. Okay, so for this one it is 841 Fairview Avenue in Prattville, Alabama 36066. Enter. We're going to come down here and click 81 miles. Make sure that is select to personal and do not select this button because you see this here, 81 and 82. They are two separate miles or mileages, so you cannot put them together. It sucks. I understand that you have to do it separately, but that's just kind of the way it goes. And it'll automatically put it back in here. But when you do it this way, you actually have to do it backwards. So we're going to do 841 Fairview Avenue in Prattville, Alabama 36066, and then back to your residence. And then as you remember, the second one here was actually 82 miles. I'm going to click add expense. Alrighty, so both of those are in there. So we're going to continue on to the second one, add expense. It's just a lot of repetition, honestly. But see, it has the old name in here. So we're going to change it out here. Oops. And we're going to still do Doe, but we're going to do Jane now. And we always want to make sure that everything is correct because the funeral honors coordinator will double check. And if it's incorrect, it will be sent back. Already. Adding this expense. But I just realized what I did wrong. So, as you can see here, I did not change the date. So it's actually pretty simple. They fixed the patch. You're going to come back here to expense details. And we are going to change the date to the August 17th, if I'm correct. I am not correct. The 14th. Click save. Alright, so now it's back down here. We're going to come back in, change this date here to the 14th. We're going to do Doe Jane. And remember, we are doing it backwards. And actually, I already saved that. Going back, it was 30 miles. Alrighty. Okay, so both of those are in there. Now, an extremely important part of this next thing here is making sure we upload the document into the actual substantiating documents. The majority of the time when I send a lot of these back is actually because people do not put these in here. So I'm going to come down here to voucher and upload the PDF. If you try and upload the Word document, it'll actually deny you. So this isn't the only step though. You need to come down here to substantiating documents, click add document, select pre-existing file, and that file that you uploaded initially is right there. Alright, so now you've got all of the correct information in here. Click continue. Okay, so see here you have a line of accounting. You actually need to go in there and remove that. If you send through a voucher that has this, it will immediately be returned. Alrighty. Don't worry about all this. Alrighty. So this is another good way to verify that everything is correct in here. You need to come over here to location, click on all of these to make sure that your information is correct. You can make sure here that the dates and all that is showing up correctly. Once you are good, you see no LOAs, come down here to continue and continue. And then from that point, you are going to click the sign button here. You're going to click this and another box will pop up. And once you are done, you are all good to go. So thank you so much for watching this video, and if you have any other questions, please feel free to message. Thank you.